Welcome to the Rise Up podcast. In today's episode, we're diving deep into something that affects us all, building genuine connections in a world that often feels superficial. We'll talk about how to find and nurture relationships with people who truly enrich our lives and bring out the best in us. You'll hear practical insights on choosing the right people to share with and why surrounding yourself with good souls can transform your perspective and bring you more joy and resilience. And as always, we've prepared a PDF transcript for anyone who needs it. You can find it in the description. So let's get started and explore how to make meaningful connections that truly matter. Creating genuine connections in a world of superficiality. Today's world is bustling with constant interactions. Social media keeps us endlessly connected. Our work environments demand teamwork, and public spaces are often filled with friendly small talk. Yet, in this sea of communication, many people feel an underlying loneliness, a sense that, despite knowing dozens or even hundreds of people, they lack genuine friends to share their true selves with. This paradox, being surrounded yet feeling isolated, stems from how society has subtly shifted its values. Many relationships have become transactional or surface level, focused on momentary gain rather than emotional depth. As a result, when we find ourselves in need of real connection, many of us don't know whom to turn to, leaving us feeling adrift in an ocean of acquaintances but devoid of anchors. The fragility of sharing. Finding the right people to share our emotions and experiences with is tricky. Sharing can be risky. Revealing our struggles, joys, or fears leaves us vulnerable. We may be met with empathy or support, but there's also a chance we'll be met with judgment, gossip, or indifference. In a world where information spreads like wildfire, trust is precious. The painful truth is that some people misuse the vulnerability of others. We've all heard stories of someone confiding in a friend, only to have that trust betrayed, leaving them feeling humiliated or more isolated than before. Many people experience situations where they open up about a tough experience, perhaps a financial loss or a relationship setback, only to hear phrases like, "Why were you so stupid?" or "How could you let that happen?" Such dismissive responses don't just hurt, they scar. They discourage us from reaching out the next time. Instead of the comfort we sought, we're left with an extra layer of pain. This can eventually lead to emotional walls that block everyone out, making us feel even more isolated. So what's the solution? How can we avoid these painful interactions? The answer lies in being selective and thoughtful about whom we choose to share with. It means finding and nurturing connections with people who are truly good-hearted and empathetic, those who bring a sense of peace rather than judgment. Identifying good souls in your life. A person who truly understands and cares will listen to you without passing judgment. They will be there for you not just in the fun moments but also when things are hard. But how do we identify these people in a world filled with so many types of personalities and motives? Look for empathy and non-judgment. True empathy is a rare quality but is unmistakable when you encounter it. People with empathy don't look to gain something from you, they simply care. These individuals will never use your vulnerabilities against you or make you feel smaller for sharing them. You'll find them listening with sincerity, and they might even share some of their own experiences to help you feel less alone. Seek those with emotional stability. In every social group, some individuals carry unresolved frustrations, whether from personal hardships, professional setbacks, or broken relationships. These people, often without realizing it, can project their pain onto others. When you share with them, they may react negatively, not because of what you said, but because of what they are carrying inside. Identifying emotionally stable friends. Those who've learned to process their feelings without lashing out can make all the difference in maintaining a safe space for sharing. Find friends who respect boundaries. We all have friends who are fun to be around, but do they respect boundaries? A true friend knows when to listen and when to offer advice and won't push you into uncomfortable conversations. They respect the nuances of friendship, understanding that real relationships aren't about having unlimited access to one another's personal lives, but rather about offering a safe and respectful space. Cultivating a circle of trust. Creating and maintaining a circle of trust is a process. Just like any garden, a healthy circle of friends requires cultivation. You must be willing to invest time, energy, and trust in those who genuinely care about your well-being. Be intentional about social interactions. In any group setting, whether it's a workplace, community event, or social gathering, pay attention to how people treat each other. Who listens patiently, who seems genuinely interested in others without the need to boast or criticize. These are the people worth building relationships with. Prioritize kindness over status. It's easy to gravitate toward people who are popular, wealthy, or hold influence. But true friendship isn't based on these external factors. In fact, people who aren't trying to prove their worth are often the most reliable companions. These good souls may not be the flashiest individuals, but their warmth and reliability make them invaluable. Seek out individuals who are genuinely kind, even if they go unnoticed by others. Nurture trust gradually. Trust doesn't happen overnight. Start by sharing small things, and pay attention to how people respond. Do they listen without interrupting? Do they keep your confidences? Do they respect your perspective? As your comfort level grows, you can open up more. This approach allows both you and the other person to build trust without risking too much too soon. Maintaining positive relationships with family. Family relationships are often complex. While many people believe they should be able to share everything with family, reality can be different. Family members may have their own struggles, frustrations, or traditional views that influence how they respond to your thoughts and feelings. You might feel a strong bond with them, but it's essential to be mindful of which family members are safe spaces for emotional sharing. In some cases, family members may unintentionally hurt us with insensitive responses or fail to understand our perspective. This doesn't mean they don't care. Rather, they may not be equipped to offer the type of support we need. For some, sharing with family can lead to feelings of disappointment or regret. Recognize that it's okay to choose the family members you feel most comfortable confiding in. Those who are empathetic, non-judgmental, and supportive. And remember, if family doesn't provide the ideal support, friends or other confidantes can fill that role. Building relationships that last. Establishing a circle of trustworthy, supportive people takes time, but it's worth the investment. To create lasting connections, we need to move beyond the surface level and embrace qualities like kindness, understanding, and a commitment to growth. Be someone who listens without judgment, and you'll attract people who do the same for you. Investing in emotionally healthy relationships not only enriches our lives, but also gives us resilience during challenging times. When you have people who genuinely care, you feel less alone in handling whatever life brings. The process of finding these people might take time, but the emotional security they offer is invaluable. Final thoughts. The gift of good-hearted connections. True friendship is a rarity in a world where many relationships are built on convenience. But the effort we put into nurturing real connections pays off in countless ways. Imagine a life where you're surrounded by people who genuinely care for you, where you don't have to filter your thoughts or protect yourself from judgment. That's the gift of genuine connection, and it's something we all deserve. So as you go through life, remember to invest in people who enrich your spirit, who lift you up, and who make you feel seen and understood. And in return, be that kind of friend for others. The relationships that emerge from this mutual respect and trust are some of the most rewarding experiences life has to offer. Thank you for joining us today on the Rise Up podcast. We hope you found these insights helpful and that they inspire you to build a circle of trust and connection in your life. Remember, genuine relationships can be the foundation of a fulfilling and resilient life. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and support your journey. Don't forget to check out the PDF transcript in the description if you'd like to follow along or review the content. Stay strong, stay connected, and rise up. We'll see you in the next episode.